Hi, my loves. This is Raven from Raven's Reviews, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is extra special because we're unboxing a Maniology PR package, and this one is part of their brand new destination series, which I am obsessed with already. So let's get into all of the magic. For 2026, Maniology is taking us on a nail art journey around the world. There are 12 destinations planned for the year, and our very first stop is China. Maniology's destination series is all about celebrating global cultures through nail art, and their China-inspired plates pull from centuries of rich symbolism, natural beauty, and artistic traditions. Many of the designs are influenced by traditional Chinese art motifs, which often emphasize harmony with nature, balance and symbolism, and storytelling through pattern and repetition. As I unbox all of the goodies Maniology sent over, I did want to go a little bit more in depth about this amazing new series. So with the plates inspired by China, you'll notice elements inspired by mountain landscapes and misty cliffs, commonly seen in traditional Chinese ink paintings, symbolizing strength, endurance, and peace. Bamboo forests, a powerful cultural symbol representing resilience, flexibility, and longevity. And flowing lines and layered scenery, reflecting the elegance of classical Chinese brushwork and calligraphy. These plates aren't just pretty, they're tiny pieces of visual storytelling. I did want to include some fun and fascinating facts about China because we're going to be touring China for the first stop on this global adventure. Speaking of all of that lush scenery, I have plate M667, which is one of the plates inspired by China, and let me tell you, these mountains and scenery, it completely transported me. So mountains play a huge role in Chinese philosophy and art. They're often seen as sacred spaces and represent a connection between heaven and earth. Next up is a bamboo forest plate, and let me tell you, I was losing it over the intricacies of this plate. So first off, this is M668, and bamboo is deeply symbolic in Chinese culture and is known as one of the four gentlemen. In traditional art, admired for staying strong yet flexible, even in harsh conditions. Now, I saw the beautiful live with one of their instructors slash ambassadors, Devin. Oh my Lanta, she brought out this pandemonium plate, and the first thing I could think of was that bamboo. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to move some mountains and get that pandemonium plate because I was losing it. So next up is a plate that I chose, M646, and this is called End of the Line. Now, if you don't know this about me, I am a huge science fiction geek. So the moment I saw this plate, I was like, with all of the cyborg magic and almost looking like a whole Mars colony happening, like I was just losing it. The End of the Line plate, it mixes modern but also a graphic feel. This plate is really amazing if you love clean lines, abstract details, and bold compositions. But yeah, if you're a sci-fi geek like me, that is definitely one you're gonna have to add in. And also for Valentine's, I could not resist this berry in love. This is plate M673. I'm going to also be doing a demo with this plate. If you stick around after this unboxing, I am going to be showing you a myriad of amazing techniques, including reverse stamping, how to stack images, and so much more. A huge thank you to Maniology for sending over that darling PR package. I am so obsessed with the destination plans for this year, getting to travel all around the world via nail art. And not just that, but you sent the most darling stamping polishes. So I am going to also be featuring those polishes in the demo. But this video, I did not just want it to be a PR unboxing. I also got January's Mani and Me Souls Intertwined box. Y'all, first of all, if you guys don't know about Mani and Me, I've got some things to tell you. So first off, my discount code does not work for Mani and Me, but it does work for any other Maniology products that you would like. So you can use code RAVENART for 10% off of all of your Maniology needs. But not just that. If you are somebody like myself that is so in love with nail art, then this box is so perfect for you. They make sure that every month they're not only paying homage to the most groundbreaking nail trending art ever, but not just that, they're also preparing you for all of the holidays. So this is actually January's Mani and Me express box. But not just that, they made sure to hook us up for Valentine's Day. So knowing that these plates were coming, that's exactly why I chose what I chose when Maniology reached out, because I knew I would have some goodies for Valentine's Day regardless, but I really wanted to try the cyborg end of the line plate and some of the other goodies, and especially the China plates. So I kind of got the best of both worlds. But let me tell you, they went all out with these. So I am looking at currently MXM168. They also sent with the express box MXM167. These are exclusive plates. So what I really love is not only does this prepare you for all of the nail art needs and different holidays and things like that, but they are so, what's the right word for it? Every single one of these Mani and Me plates, they hit you right in the heart. They're very specific and you can just see the heart and the thought that goes into it. There has not, since I have started the Mani and Me subscription, so I'm an international customer, and what that means is that I have to experience not only the exchange rate, but depending on also duties and then shipping. So I have to kind of add all of that into whatever purchases I make. So though I did want to get the big Mani and Me box, which also includes special curated stamping polishes, I couldn't. But I could get the express box. So that is like a fraction of the cost, and you get 2 plates plus a gift every month. So I've been doing this for the past 6 months, and I have been blown away. Each plate, like they even give you an option to pause. I can't even press pause because I am so obsessed. And also when I did bring out the I'm so sorry. I'm so excited. I'm all tongue-tied. When I did bring out the Mani and Me plates, in the corner there was like a little heart, and it showed you a little sneak peek of a layered kiss design I did with that plate. Now, if you want to see that, just run over to any of my socials. So that would be my Instagram, Raven's Nail Bar, my TikTok, Ravenscape13, or right on over here on Raven's Reviews for my YouTube, and that will be via a short. And I actually showed how to layer this stamping plate, the kisses, to perfection. So y'all, you don't want to miss out on that. I just had to throw that out there. But now we are going straight into the demo with M673, which is Berry in Love. Now, this one, I did notice that they had a myriad of different options. You have individual gummy bears where you can not only select the color, but what you want it to be outlined with. Then there's like a group of gummies, little gummy bears that are hugging. So cute. That's why I love this for Valentine's. Then there's, it seems like 3 gummy bears kind of, I want to say clumped up. It almost looks like when you take gummy bears out of the bag and it's just like 3 homies just chilling. And then we also have splatters. There is these cute little gummy, like melting hearts and splatters and drips. And then there's individual hearts, sprinkles, flowers, and gummy bears that can be stacked to create unique backgrounds. And I did just that. I wanted to mix a combination of the new colors they sent and some of my favorites so that I could really bring this pastel gummy bear to life. Now, when I mentioned I wanted to show you a few different techniques, this is really cool. This is where I say Maniology really levels up when it comes to stamping. So many of their plates offer, it's almost like an engraved section that you can pull out just the bulk color of whatever you're stamping. So if that's a heart, a gummy bear, a flower. Then as you go through, you can begin stacking the images, which is like the details, the line work and all of that. So it really means that the customizable sticker that you can create, it's just that. It's completely up to whatever that beautiful brain of yours wants to create. So I made sure I picked complementary colors and also colors that would make the gummy bear pop. But one thing to note when you're stamping is you're usually to stamp on a sticky surface so that the stamp has something to adhere to. But now that we're stamping in layers, the lacquer, so the stamp that we place, is not going to be sticky as everywhere else on the nail. And we actually run into this issue when I go to place the line work on top. The little bear's footsies do not come off because it's just not sticky. So something that you can do is either just put a little bit of a sticky coat, like Maniology has sticky base coats. You can also use, I like to use Madame Glam's foil art gel. You can also use their base coat. You just need something to make sure that it's sticky. So then you can just avoid any issues. But I actually just doubled up the line work and I had no issues. I placed that to perfection and then we were able to just continue. So what I love about this little demo is not only am I showing you how to stack designs, how to create backgrounds, and also how to reverse stamp. So there is so many things that as soon as you learn these elements, again, you can level up your nail art and your stamping to the point people are going to be looking like, how did you even create that? And here's the moment where I took a big breath and I was like, you cannot move, because if I move even a little bit, it's going to make it look all wonkified. But I didn't, and it just came out with the most darling line work. And this just shows you here, as long as you have your vision and you stamp with purpose, you can get the most stunning designs. Now, with stamping plates, obviously, depending on if you're picking up whole images or only line work, it all has a different depth with the way it's engraved. So those drips were a little bit tricky when I was placing my scraper across it. I was actually applying a little bit too much pressure, so it took a part of the drip away. But I got these really cute splatters that had a mix of yellow and blue and just all of the colors. So I was madly obsessed. So I'm going to use that on another nail. But since I didn't get the drips that I wanted, I kind of just went into a whole, now we're going to get each selection of the gummy bears. As I love to do, I merged gel polished backgrounds with the most stunning nail lacquer stamps. This is really my favorite method to merge my two loves of gel and stamping together. So for the base of all of the full cover nails, I did use 3 colors from Madame Glam's brand new I Am Loved collection. So again, as I was saying, all of those will be listed in the description box below, including all of the discount codes. But y'all, how dreamy the colors were. It just paired so beautifully with this plate. And I just can't wait to do a full set now. Getting to play with the darling gummy bears, I was just losing it. So I have to ask, after playing with this plate, are you a gummy bear fan? I am totally the Haribo, I believe it's called. The Haribo gummies are life. Though recently I feel like they have changed the ingredients and they're not so tasty. So I'm definitely on a hunt for some better gummy bears. When I was in Ontario, there was actually a pop-up candy shop that had a lot of old school candies, and they were all like freshly made, and it was manufactured through this woman's company. So it wasn't like all of the classic candy names you hear. And let me tell you, she even had these, oh my gosh, Moscato. It's like Moscato wine gummy bears, champagne gummy bears, and then all sorts of different flavors, like Sex on the Beach and all sorts of different cocktails. But then there was also like your childhood classics like cotton candy and yeah, just all of these yummy flavors. So as I was doing this stamping, I was losing it. I just couldn't get over how yummy everything looked. So this is where, if you have ever struggled with reverse stamping, this is get all the things out. Get the notes out, get your jelly stamper, get all the things, and come stamp with me. So first off, getting a really good image to start off with is extremely important. So if you don't like what you picked up, that's the art of stamping. Just clean your plate and stamp again. But I was so impressed with that first one that I just picked that up and then just started going in. So very similar to coloring in a coloring book, you just want to, well, similar and then different. When you pick up that image, you do want it to completely dry. But then, like coloring in a coloring book, you want to go in with each and every single one of your artist palette and just color obviously within the lines. You don't want to have too much spilling out because that actually takes away from the crispness. But if you actually go with the guidelines of all of the illustrations, it kind of keeps everything in. So just make sure you're not going in with too much of a full brush, and then you have to wait for everything to get tacky before you want to place that down, or you're just going to have it smear and then all of your hard work is going to be for naught. But as you see, if you can just have a little bit of patience and enjoy the process of reverse stamping, it gives you some of the most clean stamping I have ever seen. There is no way you can get around how beautiful that end image is. And even here you see me kind of rocking back and forth. I wanted to make sure there was no way on this earth that it wasn't gonna stick. Like I was doing all of the things. I feel like I was probably applying too much pressure, but you just, when you spend that extra time in making sure that your reverse stamping is perfect, you just want it to adhere that way. But the demo is over. I showed you not only how to stamp sayings, but how to stack images and then also to reverse stamp. So I really hope that not only this was helpful if there was any questions you had in stamping, but you could also just enjoy this unboxing with me because these plates were so breathtaking. My little brain was just going a million miles a second of how many different designs I could create, and I just had so much fun. So a huge thank you to Maniology, and also to Madam Glam for sending out those gel polishes, because when I merged those two together, I was in heaven. Thank you again. I'm sending so much love your way, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video, because y'all, if you can't see with all these plates, there is going to be a whole lot of Maniology manis coming your way. Mwah! I'm sending so much love and light your way. See you in the next one. Bye. And of course, I almost forgot my whole thing. Do all things with love. See you in the next one.